microscopic anatomy of ovary, or it is also called histological structure of ovary. Microscopically, ovary consists of one germinal epithelium. This is outermost covering of ovary and made of cuboidal epithelium cells. Next to germinal epithelium, number 2 is Tunica albuginea, lies beneath the germinal epithelium and made of dense white fibrous tissue. Cortex, it contains ovarian follicles at different stages, different stages of development. They are primordial follicle, primary follicle, secondary follicle, Graphian follicle, and Cl means Corpus Luteum. And then number 4, medulla of ovary, located in the central portion of the ovary and contains loose connective tissue, blood vessels, and nerves. What does microscopic structure of ovary look like? This is the microscopic photograph of transverse section of ovary. See the photograph. Different regions of ovary are seen here. Germinal epithelium, that is the outermost covering of the ovary, is denoted here by Roman 1, and next Tunica albuginea is denoted here by Roman 2, and the cortex region, it is denoted by Roman 3. See the photograph. Cortex region contains ovarian follicles at various stages, and medulla region of the ovary is denoted here by Roman 4. That is the central portion of ovary. This is an image of TS of ovary with high resolution. Here germinal epithelium is denoted by 1 and Tunica albuginea is denoted by 2. Cortex of the ovary is denoted by 3. This video clip shows the microscopic view of TS of ovary. Here germinal epithelium is denoted by Roman 1, Tunica albuginea is denoted by Roman 2, cortex region of the ovary is denoted by or marked by yellow circle, and medulla of the ovary is marked as green circle. This diagram shows transverse section of human ovary. Let us try to identify different parts of human ovary. This is germinal epithelium, the outermost layer of the ovary, and made of single layer of cubical epithelium cells, and beneath germinal epithelium there is a layer called Tunica albuginea. This is Tunica albuginea, made up of white fibrous tissue. There are different types of ovarian follicle at various developmental stages. These are primordial follicle. This is primary follicle. This is secondary follicle. This is Graphian follicle. Here ovulation takes place and these follicular cells are transformed into corpus luteum. This region is called cortex of the ovary, and the central portion of ovary, this region, is called medulla of ovary. The structure of primordial follicle. In primordial follicle, oocyte, this is oocyte. Oocyte is surrounded by single layer of epithelial cells. These cells are called follicular cells. These follicular cells, also called granulosa cells. Primordial follicles are small and found to the outer edge of the cortex. This is primary follicle. Here, this is oocyte. Oocyte enlarges and single layer of follicular cells of primordial follicle divide to form two layers. So, primary follicle has two layers of granulosa cells. These are granulosa cells. One large oocyte, and here a layer called zona pellucida is formed surrounding the oocyte, which separates oocyte from the follicular cells, that is granulosa cells. This is secondary follicle. Here maximum enlargement of oocyte takes place. This is oocyte, and zona pellucida, this layer marked here with red color, zona pellucida, which separates oocyte from follicular cells or granulosa, is clearly seen here. Granulosa cells of primary follicle proliferate to form granulosa cells, and this is called zona granulosa. That is, this is zona granulosa, and within zona granulosa, fluid filled spaces are seen. Theca is formed. One is theca interna and another is theca externa. Theca is developed surrounding the follicle. This is inner theca. This is inner theca made up of blood vessels, or inner theca contains blood vessels, and this is outer theca, green color. it is made up of, that is theca externa, made up of white fibrous tissue. So this is secondary follicle. This is Graphian follicle. This layer is theca externa and this layer is theca interna. It contains blood vessels, and this is zona pellucida is clearly seen, which separates oocyte, this is a oocyte, from follicular cells. In case of Graphian follicle, primary oocyte of secondary follicle completes its first meiotic division and form secondary oocyte. Fluid filled spaces of secondary follicle unite to form follicular antrum. This is fluid filled area which is called antrum or follicular antrum, and this secondary oocyte is surrounded by corona radiata. This cell layer is called corona radiata. Oocyte lies eccentrically in the follicle. So this is Graphian follicle or mature follicle. During ovulation, this portion of the wall of the ovary is ruptured and secondary oocyte of Graphian follicle is released, and this is called ovum. After releasing from Graphian follicle, the follicular cells of Graphian follicle are transformed into Corpus Luteum. This is Corpus Luteum. Corpus Luteum is made up of lutein cells, and these cells contain yellow pigments and accumulate lipid. If after ovulation fertilization takes place, then Corpus luteum is continues to produce sex hormones, and after ovulation, if fertilization does not take place, then Corpus luteum is transformed into Corpus albicans. Corpus albicans are just skirts on ovary. So this is primary follicle, this is secondary follicle, this is Graphian follicle, ovulation, release of ovum, and this is Corpus luteum, granulosa cells of Graphian follicle transformed into, after ovulation, Corpus luteum. This is Corpus luteum. So this is histological structure of ovary. Germinal epithelium, Tunica, Albuginea, primordial follicles, primary follicle, secondary follicle, Graphian follicle. Ovulation takes place. After ovulation, transformation of granulosa cells, that is zona granulosa, into Corpus luteum. This is microscopic view of TS of a portion of human ovary. Roman 1 Graphian follicle, Roman 2 ovum after ovulation, and Roman 3 corpus luteum. This is microscopic video clip of transverse section of human ovary. Roman 1 Graphian follicle, Roman 2 ovum after ovulation, and Roman 3 corpus luteum. Summary of ovarian follicle. Number 1 primordial follicle, number 2 primary follicle, number 3 secondary follicle, number 4 Graphian follicle. Here ovulation takes place, ovum released. After ovulation, granulosa cells of Graphian follicle transformed into corpus luteum, number 6 corpus luteum. If fertilization takes place after ovulation, then corpus luteum continues to produce sex hormones, and if fertilization does not take place after ovulation, then corpus luteum transformed into corpus albicans 7. Thank you for watching this video. Stay with the channel and subscribe the channel to get more videos.